Was the last time you sat and just thank God for the things that you have in your life? And not ask Him for nothing, but just thank God and be grateful for the things that you currently have right now, where you are right now, where you live, in your house, in your spirit, in your mind, in your body, in your breath. When was the last time you thanked God, like wholeheartedly, genuinely thanked God and gave Him acknowledgement and let God know that you wouldn't be anything without Him? When was the last time you did that? Seriously, it's a wholehearted question. When was the last time you did that? Because a lot of times we do things in our life and we don't like to give God recognition for anything. And people are like, oh, well, people give God many names. The point is God. I believe in the Holy Spirit. You know what I mean? I believe in the Holy Spirit. When I pray to the Holy Spirit. So when I'm thanking the Holy Spirit for everything that is divine around me, I'm calling out the Holy Spirit for myself. And I'm thanking the Holy Spirit for everything that He has done for me. When was the last time you did that? That you acknowledged God? A lot of people wake up every day, they don't pray. People pray, don't pray, and they go to sleep. It's just, I don't understand it. I know certain people don't believe in God too, or they don't look at God as an entity of power. They don't even acknowledge God. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I used to be an atheist. I was an atheist from all my life, literally. I never believed in God. I didn't start believing in God again until 2013. That was the last time I believed in God. Not last time, but that's when I started believing in God. Was 2013. Prior to that, I was an atheist. I never believed in God. I thought it was fictitious. I thought it didn't make sense. I thought it was something that people created to make themselves be inferior to something superior. I remember when I got locked up in South Carolina. And I ain't gonna tell you why I got locked up, but I got locked up. And it wasn't looking too good for me. And I yelled at God. I said, because I didn't believe in God, but at that point in time, when your back is against the wall and you don't have no choice but to reach out because you're all out of options, I screamed in the jail cell. I remember this is 2013, and I cursed at God. I said, motherfucker, if you're real, get me the fuck out of here. I said, if you don't get me the fuck out of here, I would never acknowledge you. That's what I said. I said, if you don't get me out of here, I'll never fucking acknowledge you. I'll never give you praise. I'll never give you worship. I literally said that to God. Prove to me that you're real. People say all these things, but you never did nothing for me in my life. Prove to me that you're real. That's what I said to God. So I'm going to tell you. At that time, I had a mohawk in my head, had different color hair like mohawks. So they called me. I was in South Carolina too. They called me to the front. I went to go see the judge. Judge was like, yeah, you're going to just have to sit in here till Pennsylvania extradite you back. I was like, y'all wildin'. I sat down. They was about to shave my head bald because they told me you can't have this in your hair because it's considered as contraband. I had like weave. It was like different colors in the mohawk. And they couldn't get it out because it was sewed in a particular way. So they was going to shave me bald and send me into population. Right? I'm literally sitting in a chair. I got an orange jumpsuit on because they about to send me to population. About to shave my head bald and the phone rings. Phone ring. And when the cop answered the phone, he said, hold up. He was like, she's out. She's released. She's good. I said, what? Yo, I got on my knees right then and there, and I worship God ever since. That's a real story. But the craziest thing is, when I got out of jail, I was in the middle of nowhere. I had no phone. My phone was dead. I didn't have no charger. I couldn't charge it up. I literally walked and found some facility because I was just walking on the highway and it was crazy. And I remember my manager at the time, shout out to Bev Brooks and Chris Brooks. Shout out to them, man. Like, Chris Biddle, I'm sorry, bro. You know I'm bad with names. Bev and Chris Biddle, I love y'all. Seriously, they was my manager at the time. And they paid for me a bus ticket to get home and they got me a hotel. Literally. It was just nothing but God. I can honestly say that from that point on, I worship God. Like, seriously, I believed in Jesus Christ. I believed in the Holy Spirit because I was like, wow, God, you really showed me that you was real. And then after that in my life, it's so many events that testimonies and events that I can share with y'all that blew my mind, that God showed up for me. And God is still showing up for me. And I wouldn't have any other way. You know what I'm saying? And it's a beautiful thing, you know what I mean, to have a great relationship with God and to talk to God. But just to be powerful within yourself too, because one thing about God, what I'm realizing about God, like, He knows me, He knows my heart, He knows my ways. God has my heart. He has my heart. I tithe, you know, I do. I would love to keep giving back in the ministry, but I don't have a church right now currently to go to give back. I don't. My church is in Philly and I live all over Virginia, but it's just deep, man. I mean, God, He came through so many ways for me, and like I have so many testimonies I can share with y'all about God, but just know that God is real. And He's with you at all times. And when you cry out to Him, He listens. He does. He can hear you. God bless y'all.